When most people turn 80, they worry about falling, but not former President George Bush, who celebrated the milestone by falling out of an airplane. Skydiving alongside him yesterday was his longtime friend, actor Chuck Norris. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Julie.
How was it, and how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling fine this morning. You know, when President Bush called me about a week and a half ago to ask me to jump with him, I took a big gulp and said yes. and then so I went out there yesterday and did the jump, and it was really very exciting.
And you actually kind of warmed up for yesterday. After you took that big gulp and you committed, you had a couple of practice runs, right?
Yes, I went out and did a couple of jumps in California, a couple of tandem jumps, because I didn't want to look like a spastic yesterday. So,
especially not next to someone turning 80 years old.
I tell you, he's an incredible guy. You know, I remember him jumping 5 years ago, and then, of course, having the opportunity to jump with him yesterday, and also with the Golden Knights. You know, I've always wanted to do something with them, and so this was very exciting for me.
What did President Bush say to you after his jump? His form looked great, and he bounced back. He held a little news conference. What did he say to you?
Well, he said, fun, wasn't it? I said, yes. Well, you know, he wanted to do an accelerated jump, you know, all by himself yesterday, but the weather was just too inclement for him to do that, you know, with the clouds and the wind, and so it was a little bit too dangerous to do a single jump by himself. But I tell you, I was satisfied with having someone on my back, believe me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would have been happy about the cloudy weather. Oh, can't go by myself. So what is the sensation like? Can you describe it for us, you know, groundlings who don't want to go up in an airplane?
Well, think of sticking your head out of a window of a car doing 120 miles an hour and feeling that wind hitting you in the face. It's you know, it's pretty hard to actually breathe. When I first jumped out, you know, it's hard to you know, really catch your breath because the wind is hitting you so hard in the face. But once you get into it and start doing all the little maneuvers that he asks you, you know, has you doing, then you kind of forget about it, and then once you pull the, you drop down. You start at 13,500 feet, and you drop down to 5,000 feet is when you pull the chute, and then once the chute comes out, then they had me doing some spins and twirls and all that yesterday, and so it was very exhilarating. The big, you know, then the big thing is coming in for a landing, because you don't know whether you're going to come in standing up or sliding in, and so you don't know until the last minute. President Bush yesterday, he came in really hot because when the wind is blowing, it slows your speed down when you come in for the landing. And I was fortunate enough to have the wind coming in, so I didn't hit that hard. But President Bush came in about 20 miles an hour yesterday. He was coming in really hot.
Yeah, we're seeing him sliding on his back as he came in, as you say, really hot. He is obviously hooked on this daring sport. Has he gotten you hooked on it now?
Well, I tell you, yes, you know, because in my films, I've had stunt doubles do all my big skydiving stunts, and I've always wanted to do it. I just didn't have the time, and when this opportunity came up, I just said, I'm going to take this opportunity and do it. And so I went out and did a couple of practice jumps, like I said, last week, and then yesterday. But really, jumping with the Golden Knights was a thrill of a lifetime.
Well, you looked great. In the final seconds, we're going to see you back as Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah, actually, CBS asked me to do a 2-hour special on Walker. But before I do that, I'm going on a book tour. I just finished my book called Against All Odds.
Against All Odds, and we look forward to both projects. Chuck Norris,
yes,
thanks so much.
Be on tour with that.